We have better rule of law, so people don't kill each other as often. My wife stuck up behind me. I was wondering whether I thought there was some critter in my house or something. Anyway, so this is the same word that we use for milk when we say that the milk has been, that all the fat clumps have been spread out. But the application here, at least I don't see the connection. Homogeneous differential equation, Euler's formula. And e to the x, it really does look like cosine of x plus I times the power series approximation of x. But anyway, trying to write in a non-nauseating color, although I think I picked a nauseating one.
And now we have to go back and find our integration by parts neuron, and mine always disappears. This problem's making me hungry. It's taking so much glucose from my bloodstream. I'm focusing so much not to make careless mistakes. Anyway, that is that the Laplace transform. I added an extra curl there. That was unnecessary. Let me do it again. Now, both of these go to infinity, but this goes twice as high to infinity. Well, I know this is all being a little ridiculous now. A phone call. Who's calling? I think it's some kind of marketing phone call. Anyway, 2s plus 13. All right. Okay, so let me rewrite everything just so we can get back to the problem, because when you take that partial fraction detour, it kind of, you forget, I mean, not even to speak of the problem, you forget what day it is. Let's see if we can simplify this, and by simplifying it, I'm just going to make it longer. Concept of the convolution. Convolution. For one of the first times a mathematician's actually named something similar to what it's actually doing. You're actually convoluting the functions. It's always good to take a step back and just think about what we're doing, much less why we're doing it. If I were to, if I shoot a bullet in 3 dimensions and it goes in a straight line, it has to be a parametric equation. Assuming that you are anatomically similar to me, then you'll get the same result. There's a bird outside. Let me close my window. So where was I?
But instead, I just went to that formula. I looked it up because I had forgotten, and I found the radius of curvature that way.
You could view x as a basket of bananas and y is a basket of apples. And for every banana, you're associating it with one of the apples. Though that would be the definition, the mapping of going from each of those bananas to each of those apples would be a function. I don't know if that helps you or not, but I just want to do something to that number. So our dot product of the two matrices is equal to, in general, and I haven't proven this to you rigorously, 0 plus 1 is 0. I don't want to beat a dead horse by showing you all of the different ways to find a determinant, but it might be useful to beat this dead horse. So the rule of Saris sounds like something in Lord of the Rings. So that actually is, I'd have to say, a faster way of computing this 3×3 derivative. And you remember your checkerboard pattern, so it's going to be, remember, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. You remember all the. So if we know that A inverse is the inverse of A, what does the span of our column space look like? What does the span of our column space look like? So y is equal to 2/5 x plus 2/5. Let's graph that out. So your matrix A, contrary to what I found out a few minutes ago, is equal to, I'm claiming that this would make that the coordinate system with respect to this is good. But what does it mean to be good? I mean, the standard basis is good, but that's just because we use it and it's, it seems to be easy to deal with. But let's see when I say good in this context, what do I mean? You can multiply it times the change of basis metrics, and you can 4/5 squared is 9/25. Let me move this because I've officially run out of space. 22 plus 7 is 27. So let's first look at this distribution right over here. That's the distribution of the lengths of houseflies. So someone went out there and measured a bunch of houseflies. It's not like someone just found some, religious document that said this is the way that the arithmetic mean must be defined. So let's just call this missing age. Let's call that question mark. But we also want to think about how much in our population, we want to estimate how much in our population, how much spread is there, or how much do our measurements, how much do they vary from this mean?